Good morning, Tashina.
Hey, I was just hopping on Roxanne because I'm not feeling well, so I won't be in class today. Just dealing with some sickness.
Okay, we have an assignment that we're doing in class. And if you're not here, you're not going to get credit for that assignment. So if you want to do it on your own, you can. I'll put it in the chat right now.
Okay. Yeah, that
So,
works just because I'm not well right now. I'm sick, so I just need to take care of my body. But yeah, I can totally do that.
all right.
Thank
Let
you.
me get it and put it in the chat for you. There you go. I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
See you after break.
You too. Bye.
Hi, Annie and Tashina. I'm not sure if Tashina's really here yet, but hello.
Hi.
I think it's just going to be us. Everybody else is leaving. I'm just kidding. Yay, Tashina's here. I think people thought it was a great day to skip class. Not a great day to skip class, just in case you're wondering. It's not a great day to skip class.
You serious? Is it really
Well,
just a few of us today?
Right? So far, maybe they're just late, right? Because
Goodness.
Josh is here now.
Crazy. So just a heads up, I've been planning her feedings around class, so it's been great, even though it's only been a couple days of class. But she is not happy. so I might just show up the camera for like maybe like a couple minutes here and there, if that's okay, just to
That's fine.
to soothe her, if that's okay. Are you sure?
No
Okay.
worries. Yeah.
I think she's good though. We'll see. Kind of bouncing her in her little bouncer, hoping that she stays appeased.
Yeah, you never know. Oh, good. Everybody's coming now. I feel better.
Oh, okay, good.
Welcome, welcome. Last day before break. I know you're excited, right? I mean, unless you have class tomorrow, which I don't think you do. Another class, but maybe you do. Does anybody have a class tomorrow on Friday? Annie's like, no way. Matt's like, Anyone? I don't think most people do. So that's good. I put a document in the chat for you that is the document we're going to work on today. And if you work all through class, you will get full credit for it. Okay. And if here, then you don't. So there you go. And it's important because it's expected value, which is a little challenging, right? So we need to make sure we know how to do expected value. I'll put it in the chat again, just in case you didn't get it. And then I'll share my screen. So it's Thunderbird Thursday. Remember we were talking about registering for classes, but it's not open yet. I heard the last date I heard was March 29th that was going to be open, but I can't even verify that. So this is the document that you get. It's talking about raining and things like that. Let me show you our Thunderbird Thursday. So spring break, don't forget, spring break is next week. Don't come to class. I'm not going to be here. Okay. I'm not going to be logged into Zoom next week. So thank goodness, right? We all need a break so we can come back fresh after break, but make sure you come back after break, right? If you don't come back, we'll have to find you, right? So make sure you come back after break. That being break is from the 15th to the 19th, which will come back on the 22nd. Okay, March 22nd, we will come back. And we're going to review when we come back. We'll do the last section, and then you'll probably have a quiz at the end of that first week when we come back. Yeah. So that being said, don't be like, yeah, math, I don't know what that is when I'm on spring break, right? I'm not saying you have to do work, but it's a great time to make sure you get organized, right? And you're ready and you can review PC1 through PC3 if you want. It's also a great time to contact your advisors or think about what classes you need to take in the fall. Okay. Or in the summer if you plan on taking summer, because the summer calendar and the fall calendar will come out at the same time. Okay. Any questions about spring break or what's going to happen when we come back? Anything like that? Tashina.
Okay, so I have a class that's supposed to start on the 22nd.
Yeah.
And it's like an accelerated. And I didn't notice it in Canvas yet. Usually it'll have, your classes and you can choose which course you want to look at. Is that normal or should I be contacting somebody?
That's normal. Teachers don't have to publish their course until just before it starts. I would look for it sometime next week. I have a late start class 2 that starts on the 22nd, and my Canvas course isn't published either. So
Okay.
it's not unusual. I would say if you don't published by, say, next Friday, you'll want to, maybe Thursday or Friday, you can send a message to your instructor or, just take a look on Canvas because I suspect it'll be up by then.
Okay.
Okay. But good question. What class are you taking? Anything fun?
No, not anything fun. It's my last prerequisite. It's English 102.
Oh, that is
Yeah,
not fun.
super. Yeah, yeah. But
I mean, maybe if you like English, it is, but it's something that has to be done. So at least taking it in an accelerated format will be better.
Yep, I put off English and math until I was like absolutely necessary. So now here I am, almost 40, and I'm like, dang it.
Okay, so the other thing is I'll put up some assignments next week, but they won't be due. You know what I mean? But just in case you're sitting around bored and you're like, don't want to forget all my math. And you're like, I would love to do some math today. That's totally fine. I'll put up some assignments, but it might take till early next week for those to get up because I'm finishing up a class right now. So I'm grading finals and publishing final grades for that class right now. So expect it maybe Monday or Tuesday of next week, but it's not required, right? It's not required. Enjoy your break. But just in case you look on there and you're like, I could do some math, that's fine, right? Okay, good. Any other questions, concerns? Anyone doing anything exciting over break? Yeah, me neither. Maybe that hike, but that's it. Okay. All right. So yesterday was a little fuzzy with some expected value problems and they get a little bit hard. So I put this doc in the chat. Let's read through the problem and make sure we make sense of it. Robert's raising money through his business for a local charity and plans on spending $1,500 in upfront costs to host a tennis tournament. So those might be like reserving the tennis courts, right? Like getting things that he needs beforehand. So he has to pay for that no matter what. But he also expects to sell tickets of $7,000 on the day of the tournament. But if it rains, he's not going to sell any tickets and he's going to lose all that money of his upfront costs, right? So the weather for the tournament day is 35% chance of rain. What do you think is his expected return, or in other words, his expected value? Okay, so is it a good idea for him to spend the money on the upfront costs? So if you look on this doc, which I put right here, you know, our two outcomes, it's either going to rain or it's not going to rain. Okay, so in this first box where it says outcome, you're going to put the money he's going to either make or the money he's going to be out. And sometimes it's a combination of those in a box, right? And then the probability, there's a 35% chance it's going to rain. So you could figure out the probability that it's not going to rain. That sounds like a compliment to me, right? A complementary event. Okay. And then you do the third column, outcome times probability. And then remember down here in this bottom one, you add your third column, right, together. So you add these two together. And that'll give you the expected value. And then you answer this question, is it a good idea to spend the money on upfront costs? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to give you 5 minutes. I'm going to set my timer. And if you finish early, send me a direct message, not to everyone, of your answer. If you're not finished or you're confused, like you want to verify, I put this number in this box, send me a direct message asking me those questions. Okay. So, because I'm hoping after 5 minutes, we all have an answer, or I'm at least still working through it with you. Okay. What I don't want to happen is after 5 minutes, someone to send me a direct message in the chat that says, I'm lost. Okay. Don't do that. Okay. Good. Work for 5 minutes. Anyone need the doc again? Or are you good? Okay. Okay. Believe it or not, that was 5 minutes. Was that too fast for you? Are you still working? I know, literally, I set a timer. So some of you are like, wait, what? That was 5 minutes? How many of you are still working? Okay. I'm going to give you a couple more minutes. But if I'm chatting with you and you have a wrong answer, let's try to narrow it down where your answer went wrong, because a few of you have sent me messages. So I'll send you some more messages. Tashina, question.
If I'm the only one who wasn't done, I just finished as you started to talk.
You're not. Is anybody
Okay.
else still working? Yeah, a lot of people are still working. So Tashina, send me a direct message, okay?
Do you want just the expected value answer?
Just your answer, and then we'll work from there if we need to correct anything. All right. So I think a lot of you are done or just done. Like done with the problem. You're like, I'm over this. She can keep giving me time, but it's not going to matter, right? So, let's fill in some of these boxes. Some of you, I could catch your mistake, right? I figured it out. And then I redirected you and you were fine. So that's good. So someone who's confused, like not someone who I sent a message that said, you're right, right? But someone who's confused, tell me and I'll let you choose. Pick the box you want to fill in, like any box out of this that you're like, ooh, I knew how to do this one, right? I knew how to do this box. So any box in this table, tell me which box you know.
I can do it.
Okay, Matt.
Well, partly because you told me one part of it, but for the reigns, the first one, the outcome would be, oh wait, what did you said it was just 1,500, right?
Yeah, does he get it or does he
He
lose that
loses.
money?
He loses it.
Okay. So what would you write in this box?
Minus 1,500.
Very nice. Minus, geez, I don't know why my pen just went cuckoo. Minus $1,500. Am I still sharing my screen? Can you still see my screen? Okay, good. Okay, someone else who's like, this is a yucky problem. I hate it. Volunteer for any other box you can fill in. Lily, Ruki, Annie, any of you? Fill in any box. I don't care which box it is.
I'll do probability.
Okay, good.
I got 0.35.
How many of you got 0.35 in that box? Yeah, because 35% as a decimal is 0.35. All right. Any other box we can fill in easily?
I guess the outcome for does not rain should be $5,500.
Yeah, can you explain how you got that, Zach? Because not everybody got $5,500 there.
Well, he has to pay that 1,500 anyway, even if it doesn't rain. So you just subtract that from 7,000.
And so how did you know that he had to pay that $1,500 no matter what?
I think it says he has to do the upfront costs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still has to do the upfront costs.
There you go. So it's reading. It goes back to that reading comprehension idea. However, if it rains, he won't sell any tickets. He's going to lose all the money of his upfront costs. Then it says here, it says blah, blah, blah. He still has upfront costs no matter what. He has to pay those. They're upfront costs. It's like reserving the venue, right? He has to pay them. So some of you used 7,000 instead of 5,500, but that's okay. That's easily correctable, right? That's easily correctable. Okay, to get the right answer. So what goes in this middle box for probability on does not rain? Annie, any idea what goes in that box?
So I did 100 minus the 35 and I got a 65.
Very nice. And so if we wrote it as a decimal, we would write a 0, a decimal point, and a 65. Does everybody know where that came from? Is there anyone confused about that? Ask now because it's going to get worse, not better. So it's either going to rain or not rain, right? So if we know it's the chance of rain is 35%, the chance it's not going to rain must be 65%. Okay, so 100 minus 35, we get 65. Okay, so now the rest is just math, right? And calculator math. So we're just going to multiply negative 1,500 times 0.35. Now, my advice to you is don't round on any of these until the very end. That goes for all the problems, right? Because if you round too early, you're going to get the wrong answer. On this problem, it doesn't matter, but on future problems, it will. So negative $525. Okay. So if it doesn't rain, we're going to multiply 5,500 times 0.65 and we get $3,575. So then when we add these together, negative 525 plus $3,575, we get $3,050 is the expected value. So what do you think? Do you think it's a good idea? Should he schedule the tournament? Should he spend the money on the upfront costs? Brady says yes. Anyone else agree? Yep. Lee says yes. Josh
Oh,
says
pretty
yeah.
risky.
Yeah, 35% is a little high. Depends on where you live. If that's your Oregon weather and it's only a 35% chance, you probably should go ahead and do it, right? If it's in
Yeah, if
Phoenix,
it's Arizona.
right? If it's in Arizona and it's a 35% chance, maybe not so much, right? So it also depends. We don't really know where he is, right? They didn't tell us where he is. But I want you to think about this number because this number can be a little confusing for people. If he has the tournament, he's not going to make $3,000, right? The expected value is calculating an average. So it's really, if he holds a lot of tournaments, the average amount of money that he's going to make is $3,000 given this raining probability. So because really, if he holds a tournament, it might rain and he's out $1,500, or it might not rain and he sells all his tickets and he makes $5,500. And these are kind of contrived examples because there's probably somewhere in the middle, right? Because he could have the tournament, it could not rain, and he might not sell all those tickets, right? So this is kind of like math town right now while we're just pretending. But does everybody understand the calculations? All right, good. So now, the next problem, I'm going to show it to you because I want you to read through it so everybody understands. And then I'm going to put you in your breakout rooms and I'm going to let you work. And the last problem on this worksheet is super challenging, but it's probably the most fun. And if you get through the whole thing, I don't know, I would have a party or something. Big things would happen. It would be exciting. But if you're working on all of these, that would be great. So let's read through this. I'm going to let you read through it for a minute. Danessa, I'm going to put it in the chat for you so you have it. And then let's just make sense of it together before I put you in your groups. Okay. So that's just for Danessa, but I didn't want to find Danessa's name on the list. I know I'm being lazy. Sorry. Okay, so did everybody read the problem? It's a little confusing, isn't it? It's a little confusing. So let's read it together. A company estimates that 0.7% of their products will fail after the original warranty, but within 2 years of the purchase. So we don't care and we don't know what their original warranty is. All we know is the data they gave us was 0.7% of the products fail within 2 years, okay, with a replacement cost of $350. So they extend this 2-year warranty that costs $48 to kind of cover those people who, right, who their product 0.7% of the time fails. So you're trying to find the expected value of the warranties. So, by the way, do you notice that 0.7% is very low? Yeah, very, very low. So our outcomes are going to be either the product's going to fail or it's not going to fail, right? That's what our outcomes are. And all of our people bought the warranty. Okay, like everybody buys the warranty. Does that make sense? Okay. So either the product's going to fail or it's not going to fail. So then you have to think of the outcomes. But remember, everybody buys the warranty. Yes? Everybody buys the warranty. And you're doing it from the company's perspective, right? So if the company has to pay the replacement cost, that's a negative value for them. But they get the $48. So that's a positive value. Everybody okay? So look through the rest of this worksheet because the next one is a carnival game. And it says build the table for the expected value. So you're going to have to make the table. I didn't provide it to you. And then the next one is a game of Keno. Has anyone played Keno before? It's a weird game. Anyway, you could fill that out. And then this is the monster one, the last one I was talking to you about. Okay. So this is about a lottery. And it's just, if you get to this one, make sure you call me in your room because I need to warn you of something. Okay. Okay. So go in your breakout rooms. I'll come visit you. Remember, you're earning the points if you're working on this, not if you get them all right. Right. But if I come in your room and you're working and you're asking me questions like, can you please help me? I'm so lost. Right. I don't know what to write in this box. But a lot of the boxes are easier to fill out. So fill out the ones you can and then talk to your teammates about which ones you need help on. Okay. Questions? All right. Good job. When they come back, we'll talk. Are you ready for spring break? So excited. I'm getting texts from my colleagues, all other teachers that are saying, is it spring break yet? Is it spring break yet? So if you thought only students were excited for spring break, you're mistaken. Teachers are excited for spring break as well.
Is spring
Okay.
break just next week, just 1 week?
Yeah, all next week. Yep, just 1 week. That's a lot. We're good, right? Oh my gosh, Tashina, I see the baby. So cute. So tiny. They look so curled up still. Oh, she's like, what are you doing? Tashina, don't do that to her. She's like, stop it. Okay. So I love that face. She's like, that's the wrong. I don't like that. Okay. So don't forget to finish PC3 practice. Okay. PC3 practice. Now, notice that it says PC4 mini lesson. It won't be due till Monday, March 22nd at night. So really, you don't have to do anything over spring break, right? As long as you get your PC3 done. I'm not going to make you do that exit ticket. So if you already started it, stop, because we'll just do it for warm up. Okay. Next week. But I do want to show you something. I know these problems were hard. I put my key in here for you. So if you got to the Keno game and you wanted to take a look at where you went wrong, this is the Keno game. Okay. And Ruki, you got these answers, right? We were looking at this. So good job. And Brady, you did not get this answer. So you might want to take a look at where you got wrong. Did you figure it out?
Yeah, I gave you the answer for the other one, the lottery one.
Oh, okay. So, and the lottery one is at the bottom, and we'll check on that one in just a second. I don't want to give that one away. If you want to do a challenge problem over the break, that lottery problem is a good one. Okay. All right. So
So
Go
how
ahead.
did you get the -1 0.3? I got -1 0.25. I find the first part.
Oh, so right here,
Yeah,
then I said, well, usually when we talk in dollars, we only have 2 decimal places. So I just rounded it.
I just rounded. Okay.
Yeah. So I didn't round until the very, very end.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So great job today. Everybody gets all their credit for being here. So I'll enter that on there. If you want to look at this key, you have access to OneNote. If you have any questions, let me know, but have a great break and be sure to come back after break. Okay. Because you don't want to fail because you don't return, right? That would be awful. Okay. Come back because we're going to do fun stuff when you come back. All right. Have a great break. I will see you Monday, March 22nd.
Thank you. See you.
Have a good break, guys.
Have a good break.
Bye.
Bye.
Enjoy that baby.
Yes, ma'am. Bye, you guys.
Bye.